Hey everyone, Couch Investor back with another earnings report video. So yesterday I covered Pinterest earnings report. If you haven't checked that out, it's going to be in the top right corner. But in today's video, we're going to do the same look at Spotify's earnings report. Just the summary, the highlights, what I think about it, why the stock is actually down. So we're going to look at the graph as well. Some of you might know I've been holding Spotify since last year, since the Joe Rogan deal. I've covered this stock. All videos will be in the top right corner as well. But last month I actually sold my position from my personal portfolio, but I've added it in another portfolio of mine, which is more short-term, maybe trading portfolio. Today, I've added some more Spotify to that position because, well, the stock is down. I don't think earnings was great, but it was good enough, and I can see Spotify growing even further this year. So if you like this type of videos, leave it an early thumbs up as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Now, without further ado, charts first. Right, so as we can see here with the charts, I think this support line we're at today, $310, is holding pretty nicely if you ask me. So if you haven't opened a position or want to add to your position, I believe this could be a good area to add. If it doesn't hold up, I do believe the next line of support should be at around $280. But as of now, I don't see any reasons why 310 should not be holding. Obviously, the stock has gone as high as 350, intraday trading 371. Since then, it's gone up and down, up and down. Earnings was a bit disappointing apparently. We see a tiny gap here from 340 to 320. Like I said, I picked some up today as well for my other portfolio. I do believe this stock has still a very long way to go. And since we all love ARK, ARK has actually been buying a lot of Spotify stock as well. Right, so all in all, graph looks pretty good if you want to open or add a position. But now let's go and look into the earnings report. So they start by saying we ended 2020 with a strong Q4 performance as the business delivered substantial monthly active user growth, subscriber additions that exceeded our guidance, an improvement in average revenue per user trends, accelerations of users who engage with podcast content, better than expected gross margin, and free cash flow of 74 million euros. Headwinds included the negative effect from FX movements, which were more severe than forecasts and impacted growth revenue by 690 BPS. Given the strong Q4 performance, we believe we are well positioned for continued growth in 2021. As of now, looks pretty good. So as we can see here, total monthly active users up 27% year over year, only 8% quarter over quarter. Premium subscribers up 24% year over year, and ad supporters monthly active users up 30% year over year. So all in all, total revenue was up 17% year over year and 10% quarter over quarter. I believe expectations were maybe that it could reach the 20% year over year, but my opinion, still good enough. Gross profit, 21% change year over year. And then gross margin is at 26.5%, which is higher than what it was in Q3. And then like we've seen, free cash flow of 74 million euros. Now regarding growth, in Q4 we added 25 million monthly active users and benefited from faster growth in India, US, and Western Europe, with India serving as a notable source of upside versus our forecast driven by successful marketing campaigns. Based on the behavior we see when users first join Spotify, we are confident that podcast usage has been a factor in the accelerated net additions. Most of you know last year they acquired the Joe Rogan podcast. I think they recruited Kim Kardashian, DC Comics. I think Michelle Obama is also a podcast on Spotify. But Spotify basically is now the leader in podcasts. Why is podcasting so important? Well, because with podcasting, they can put ads in those podcasts, whether it's sponsored ads, product placements, whatnot. These are ways for Spotify to monetize their content. Now we can see here a graph of the total monthly active users by region. So Europe is the biggest one with 35%, North America second, 24%, Latin America 22%, rest of the world 19%. I would expect rest of the world to grow next quarter and especially this year. Obviously the same goes for subscribers by region. First Europe, then North America, Latin America, and rest of the world. And to end the earnings, obviously let's go and look at their guidance. So the following forward-looking statements reflect Spotify's expectations as of February 3rd, 2021, and are subject to substantial uncertainty. Obviously, the estimates below utilize the same methodology we've used in prior quarters, with respect to our guidance and the potential range of outcomes. Given the extraordinary operation circumstances we currently face with respect to the impact of COVID-19, there is greater likelihood of variances within those ranges than typical quarters. So Q1 2021 guidance, total monthly active users between 354 million and 364 million, total premium subscribers between 155 and 158 million, total revenue between 1.99 to 2.19 billion euros, gross margins of 23.5 to 25.5%, bit of the same that like we've seen, operating profit loss between 78 million and 28 million euros, obviously in loss. Now for full year 2021 guidance, they expect total monthly active users to be between 407 and 427 million. So that's either an increase of 60 to 80 million users as of today. Total premium subscribers between 172 and 184 million, which is an increase of 20 to 30 million. Total revenue between 9 to 9.4 billion euros. And then gross margins to be a bit lower actually, between 23.7 to 25.7%. Operating profit loss, obviously a loss between 300 and 200 million euros. So yes, we could say that earnings were good, were in line with the expectations, but guidance was a bit disappointing. Maybe they're trying to sandbag it, I don't know. But in my opinion, I think Spotify, we're going to look into that right now. If they can add audiobooks to the Spotify ecosystem, I think that could be a huge play for them. Increase maybe the subscription by $1 like Netflix has been doing for a couple of years now, always increasing that subscription by $1.50 or so. I think could be a great increase for Spotify. So now let's go and look at that little article regarding audiobooks. So Spotify dabbles in audiobooks by offering 9 public domain works. So Spotify's aggressive move into content beyond music continues today as the company is testing a small pilot of audiobooks on the platform. Specifically, 9 classic audiobooks will be available starting today. This isn't technically the first time Spotify has offered audiobooks, though before it only had a star-studded reading of the first Harry Potter novel. The 9 new books are public domain titles like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Charles Dickens' Great Expectations, and Jane Austen Persuasion. Now, whether or not Spotify will take its interest in audiobooks beyond this pilot remains to be seen. Recording and offering a small selection of public domain books is a lot different than providing a large library of modern and classic titles. Spotify itself noted that it turns lots of tests, some of which are just for learning's sake rather than anything that becomes part of the product, but giving the company's big focus on spoken word content with podcasts, dabbling in books is a test that makes sense. Now, if you ask me, I would be extremely disappointed if Spotify did not go into audiobooks. I've discussed this, I think, months ago. I think Spotify should be going aggressively in audiobooks. Amazon's Audible is doing a great job, but I don't know anyone that does not have Spotify on their phone to listen to music, to listen to podcasts. So why not add audiobooks? Add an extra option for subscription. You want subscription for your music and podcast. Add $1 or $2 and you get audiobooks as well. I think this is going to be huge for Spotify if they can manage to do that. I would love to have audiobooks on Spotify. As of now, I'm reading books made of paper. Sorry for the forest, but hey, I don't want to pay for Audible since I'm waiting for Spotify to be adding the audiobooks to my Spotify subscription. Alright, so to conclude, ask yourself this. Do you know 10 people that are not using Spotify? If so, great. I don't think I know 10 people that do not use Spotify besides my grandparents, but I do believe Spotify really needs to up their game. Obviously, podcast is great, the music is great, but I really would like them to go into audiobooks. It will add just another revenue stream and a huge revenue stream, if you ask me, to Spotify as a whole. I don't think people would mind to pay an extra $1 or even $2 if that means that they will have audiobooks as part of their subscription. I believe for Spotify's revenue, that could be a huge step forward. Overall, pretty bullish on Spotify. Was expecting more for guidance, but hey, not everyone is Pinterest. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about Spotify. Do you like it? Do you hold it? What do you think the future holds for Spotify? Let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and leave it a thumbs up. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.